Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Crystal Warriors using the initial party only. It's time for us to get the final elemental crystal, the water crystal. So as the fortune teller said, water will turn the tide of battle, but I guess wind would actually be the thing that would turn the tide of battle, because wind is the element that is strong against water, so Rat will get some good use here. He'll also be getting his fourth elemental monster, the octopus, the Tenta is called, I guess for tentacles. So we all know how we get a squid to laugh with 10 tickles. So healer, I guess, could also turn the tide of battle, keeping our characters fully healed and also dealing a lot of damage. Merrick needs 2 more things to max out his star level. And I think Eldor, since he just got his level, he'll need to gain a few more stars. Yep, 2 more battles, so him and Merrick. But we're going to have plenty of opportunities, because now one of the interesting things is this is the last battle where monsters will appear. A lot of the townsfolk were saying that, hey, once the elemental crystals were basically in the hand of the Jin Empire, monsters started appearing. So once we get all the crystals back, those monsters are gonna, disappear. So, yep, that's that'll be it for the monsters. So, of course, that might make the battles a little bit, faster, because there's going to be, less enemies on the screen for us to deal with. So it'll always be just 9 on 6 from now on. 9 enemy soldiers versus our 6 initial army. So, but each of the remaining battles will include a boss, so slightly tougher than normal enemy. This one is going to be the water warlord. So he's of course the guy hanging out there in the middle. So for this battle, basically what we want to do is we want to hang out down here, let their elemental soldiers come down there and fight us. And then, their mages and healers will hang back in the back, and then we'll take them out after we've dealt with the initial wave. So, Rat will divert his attention slightly over to the left to, like I said, get his last monster. And there's another monster over there as well. But we want to, go after the octopus first, because we don't want to tame that, the Hydra, because he's the level 3 and we already have a level 3. And if we tame the Hydra, then we'd have 4 monsters, so if we tried to, we'd have to have one of those Hydras be defeated in battle, so we clear up a space. So we're going to purposely put Rat in range of the octopus first, so that it attacks. We draw its attack. And then we finish it off. And then we gain all of Rat's monsters. Now it doesn't matter that he takes out the Hydra here. I'm just gonna say that, he already has too many monsters. See, we got too many monsters, so we got to see that message. But that's okay, because we got all the monsters that count. So, on my OCD just basically says I have to have 1 of each type. It'd probably be better, if you're, to get rid of their first level water monster, that little Aquan, the fish with the spear. Yeah, because he's useless at this point in the game. And all the enemies, even if they have an elemental disadvantage, would one-shot him. But, alright. Fully healed guy here. So we'll use our drain spell on him. Gain those hit points back that you dealt to us. And use a drain spell again. So that would be 13 hit points. Almost get all our hit points back. But, alright. Dealing some good damage. What's this guy's? Yep, he's like, I don't want to take on that healer. Good call, good call. Yeah. So, Rat is at max. And there's all his monsters. The Siren, the Aquan, yeah, you can see their damage, their DP, their defensive power is pretty low, so yeah, they're going to take a lot of damage, even if against, one that they're strong against. So, alright. let's hit him with a flash spell here. We still need to get the level 2 lightning spell. But hey, that spell's doing a good bit of damage. Aha, take this, Bubble Man. There we go. Bubble Man. That's probably my favorite musical track from Mega Man 2. So, if you like Mega Man 2 music, there's a band called the Megas that does covers of the Mega Man musics. They have from Mega Man 1, 2, and 3. And they basically put lyrics to the songs. And they, usually it's funny because they kind of describe the Robot Masters. Like Bubble Man, his song is called Song of Redemption, and he's kind of talking about how all the other Robot Masters make fun of him because he's kind of weird looking, and he has like a weird power, but he's like looking for redemption. He's like, I'm weird, but I can take out Mega Man, and earn his redemption. Yeah, it's pretty neat. It gives the Robot Masters like a personality. Like Airman, his special power in the game is he shoots like wind at you and it pushes your character to the other side of the screen. So like his personality is he's really angry because the way he's been built, he just pushes others away. So like he can't have friends, because he's designed to push people away. So it makes him angry, A Needle Man is similar from Mega Man 3. He's like, my hands are needles. He's like, I guess, kind of talking about how he's nicer than he appears. It's just that, it's not his, it's not his fault that he's built with, needles for hands. He's probably a scary looking guy, But it's pretty neat, so. Alright, let's use our little genie here. Whack. Smack him on the head with the sword. And now we won't even... We could have probably taken him out with any monster. Maybe we could have been, like, funny and used our level 1 monster, but... We didn't want to run the risk of it missing, because if it would have missed, then that character would have countered and probably finished our monster off, and... That would be a reset for me, because, like I said, I'm obsessive compulsive, and I have to finish the game with all the monsters intact. They're like my pets. You gotta take care of them. Speaking of taking care of pets, Spartacus is doing much better. He had that little paw infection. He's on antibiotics now, and he's starting to put a little bit of weight on the paw, so I can start taking him out for a little bit longer walks. Hope I don't spoil him. For the past few days, I've been carrying him up and down the steps. When I was growing up, we had a family dog, Buddy Beagle. That's who I named the character in the Dog Island after. You want to see that playthrough? He had his kneecap went out of whack. He basically pulled the tendon, so he had to get surgery to reattach the tendon that kept his kneecap in line. And so we'd have to carry him up and down the steps, and it was, obviously the surgery had a long recovery time, so probably like 6 to 8 weeks maybe. So all that time we had to carry him up and down the steps to get into the yard to, go make a tinkle or go to the bathroom, go, number 2. And anyway, at the end of that time, he just got so used to us carrying him up and down the steps that even when he had full use of his leg again, he didn't want to go up and down the steps. He'd sit there and wait for you. He'd be like, hey, come on, pick me up. So, he was a very spoiled dog. But that's the way dogs should be. You should spoil your animals, because all the love that they give you, they deserve to be spoiled. So, but... We're not spoiling these enemies. Nope. They chose the wrong side of to go with. At least I hope they chose. I hope these guys ain't like conscripts. They were forced into battle. I guess that would put a little damper on it, I guess I'm going to ease my consciousness and just say that, these guys, they all chose to join the evil empire. Because for whatever reason, they're just bad. They like being mean and evil. So they deserve to be punished. They will be smote with the mighty power of Fry's little Ankh symbol there. Kind of looks like an Ankh. It's missing the cross guard, but we can just say that her hand is covering that. Uh-oh. 2 mages. Ouch. Oh. Not good. But at least they're both pretty weak. So we shouldn't have any problem finishing them off. So especially this guy, he only has 3 health. So Eldor can finish him off. And then we can have, whatchamacallit, the other characters finish the other one off. Well, Eldor's now maxed out. Yeah, he was pretty low in the last level, but we fed him a lot of enemies, and now he's maxed out. So, let's drain this guy. Ooh, he's their last elemental soldier. This should fully heal us up here. There we go. Let's probably should yeah, let's be safe. I was gonna say we can probably and everyone have to hit. Fry could probably bring that mage down to critical hit points, and then Rat could finish it off. But that would require Fry to hit both times, and then Rat to hit, 1 of 2 times. So, now although the odds are probably good of that working out, remember it's an RPG, and whenever you expect, something to happen, it doesn't happen. It's like when you have a 99% chance to hit something, and the enemy only has a 1% chance to counter you in critical, what's going to happen is you will miss your 99% chance, and your 1% chance will, to get critical will happen. Speaking of 1% chance, I'm having trouble with Omega in the Final Fantasy V 4-job Fiesta. Trying to take on Omega and Shinryu, so I'm outside the save for Omega, and I think I have a good strategy that will work. But it's basically only a 1% chance of it working. So yeah, not good. Basically, the goal is I'm going to have... I'm trying to get... my characters are at level 59, all of them. And the goal is to have a dark shock be reflected off one of my characters to hit Omega. And then if the dark shock hits Omega, that will turn Omega's level to 59. And then from there, Tiny Toe, with the Chicken Knife and Goblin Punch, will basically do 8 times damage because their levels are the same. And that would be able to do a lot of damage to Omega. I'm looking at maybe like 6 or 7 hits to finish off Omega. But the problem is, staying alive ain't that bad, thanks to everyone having Bone Mail, and Big Guard up, and White Wind healing everybody. But the problem is getting that thing to hit, because the Omega has a built-in automatic reflect built in. So the only way I can get that dark spell to hit is reflecting it off of one of my characters, but I only have a limited amount of turns to do that, because the only way I can reflect it back is through Carbuncle. So I summon Carbuncle. Carbuncle gives us the reflect status for a few turns, and if it doesn't land in those turns, then, I gotta reset the battle and redo it over. So, I can't afford to have one of my characters equipped with, a wall ring instead, because if they have a wall ring, when I use the Big Guard spell, the wall ring will reflect the Big Guard back to Omega, and we don't want Omega to have Big Guard. So, unfortunately, we're stuck using this low chance, but as long as, if we get that 1%, all we have to do is get that 1% chance. I swear that I've used that spell more than 100 times on him. But all we need is, like I said, that 1% chance, and you know, I think we'll be able to take him down. Because like I said, staying alive ain't that big of a problem, you know. He uses that surge beam, which cuts our hit points in half, but with 3 people using blue magic, the white wind, staying healed up isn't that big of a problem. You know, and we can avoid the major counters by only attacking on Omega's turn when he does the search. That way any counters he does, he'll counter on himself. Now, he won't do any damage to himself with the counters, but it prevents him from countering us. So Omega counters anytime he's has physical damage done to him with some nasty spells. So we want to avoid them by only attacking when he uses that search command. And we'd only have to go through his AI script a few times, like I said, 6 or 7 times. But one thing we won't have to go through anymore is any more elemental warlords from the Jin army. So yeah, we took out the last one, we have all the crystals. No more monsters anymore, but we still have to take on Emperor Grimm. So the fortune teller said that, hey, we see 2 forces converging on a castle. Those forces are, of course, our army and the remaining soldiers of the Jin Empire. So, yeah, we still have to make our way toward where Emperor Grimm is hanging out. So, we still have a few more battles to go. So, dealing with the remnants of the Imperial forces. Just checking out the stats of all our characters here. You can see you got their max weapon, max armors, all of their monsters. So you see all their stats there, how they compare to one another. So there's all his monsters. So if you're following along, see if you're at this, you know, state of development too. Yeah, too bad Rat don't get a better armor. That Curious is like level 2, only slightly better than the robe which the Murik and Fry have, which is the level 1 armor. The Hallbrook is the level 2 type armor. So, and all Murik needs is the Bolt spell. We can tell that Flash is the level 1 spell because it costs 4, where the other spells cost 6. So, but we'll be able to get the Bolt spell in this shop here, finally. So, yay, we'll have all the strong elemental spells. And we won't have to also deal with any more monsters anymore, because once we got all the crystals, yeah, the monsters disappeared. So, from now on, it's just going to be 9-on-6 battles. But I did misspeak, though, earlier in the episode when I said that each of the upcoming battles will have a boss. The next battle will not have a boss. And it'll just have, 9, regular soldiers. But the final 2 rounds 15 and 16, they will have a boss. But, we know one of those bosses is going to be Emperor Grimm, but who could be the other boss? Well, you just have to stick around and find out. Take care, see you next episode. Bye!